Hi, and welcome to We Can Stop Being Abusive. We are so glad you're here. I'm Andrea Lee, and I am someone who has been where you are. I have been married for a lot of years, and in the first half of my marriage, I was extremely abusive to my husband on an emotional level. There was never any physical violence, but I was extremely belittling and mean and toxic and really destroyed his self-esteem. It was pretty awful. But you'll hear more about my story as we go through these videos. The purpose of this video is to introduce us and our collaboration and tell you a little bit about what to expect in the videos to come. Karen, I can't thank you enough for being my co-conspirator in this. I credit you so much with the possibilities of serving in this way. So I would love it if you would just say a little bit about yourself and maybe a little bit about why we're here doing this.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm Karen, and I have a YouTube channel where I share information mostly about helping people get clear about who they are, what their gifts are, and how to express them in the world. However, I was in a relationship where I realized that I had said something quite destructive. It wasn't that bad what I said, but it was like the underlying motive underneath it was to cause harm. And when that happened, I thought of you, Andrea, because I already had known Andrea as a business colleague, and I heard her story about how she had recognized that she was being emotionally abusive to her husband, and then how she had actually healed and changed herself. And that inspired me to reach out to her and ask to feature her on my YouTube channel to learn more about what she knew about this process of truly recovering from being harmful. And the video series has actually been quite popular and inspiring to a lot of people, but also to me personally, because I embarked on a healing journey for myself so that I could heal that aspect of myself that was desiring to cause harm to the people I loved. And now it's been a few years since that happened, and now here we are creating this deepening of those originally YouTube videos that we created so that people like yourself can go further and really get a clear sense of like what it takes to get to the other side and start a really powerful process of healing.
Yeah, so well said. And so, that's a little bit about us, because of course we know that by signing up for this course that you are trusting us. And what we are here to share with you is really, like Karen said, the perfect word, a deepening, so that you can make a longer term plan for your recovery and healing. The way the course is organized is in sections. We'll talk a lot about prevention, and then we'll talk about what to do if you are in the middle of an abusive episode. We have mental frameworks, we have processes, we have tools. You'll have the videos that you can follow along with, but also handouts and supplemental resources and recommendations too for how you can take the work further beyond this video course. I think it's important to say too who we feel this course is for. If you're here, clearly it's present in your life, this abusive behavior. We would like for you to know, I would really like for you to know that this isn't a gender-based program. Every human being has a dark side that can manifest in abusive behavior. So it doesn't matter what gender, how old you are, whether you're new with a first time boyfriend or girlfriend, or you're in your 90s and you're wanting to change your behavior. So know that you are welcome no matter where you are on the journey. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So The main thing that I would like to ask you to do is to bring your whole self to this mini course. This is not just ideas. There are going to be exercises for your body and for your heart and even for your spirit. We don't expect that you're going to love every single last thing we say. Maybe you will, but more likely than not, you're going to be picking what works the best for you, and an attitude of experimentation and play with these different tools will serve you really, really well. One note about play and fun. This is a pretty serious topic, right? We both know that. But what do you think? Do we have a little bit of fun along the way?
Absolutely.
Yeah. We can be very serious about this topic and our commitment to change, and also laugh about things along the way. So don't be offended. Don't think that that's inappropriate. That's my request of you. It's because we're going to need all of us. We're going to need every last morsel of conviction and courage to follow through on changing your behavior. So we're going to need some relief. We're going to need some comic relief sometimes. So we promise that if you watch through all the videos, you're going to find a few things to laugh at. Oh yeah, I wanted to say something about pacing. Would you like to say something about pacing and how people should digest this?
As you're moving through the content, definitely take care of yourself and pay attention to your own capacity to take things in. Mm-hmm. So you want to honor yourself and treat yourself like someone you love, mm-hmm. and acknowledge that you're doing something a little bit challenging, really. Mm-hmm. So take in as much as you can, but not too much, because overdoing it definitely overdoes it. You want to keep it to what you can really handle, mm-hmm. and just take in what feels good for you in the moment.
Mm-hmm. Normalizing the fact that you are going to be able to take it a dose at a time, and then returning to the videos to watch more or rewatch certain segments is important. This isn't a one and done, right? Like as Karen likes to say.
Yeah, but both of us are kind of hardcore. So if you do want to just binge watch, go for it too, if you have the capacity for it.
Yes, that's right.
I know I probably would.
Yes, well, and what we know is that if you're here, it's probably really important that you hurry up and make change. So we also encourage you to really go for it if your capacity allows. So along the way, some of you have asked, is it okay if I'm in therapy at the same time? Is it okay if I'm working with a coach or I'm doing other things at the same time? And that's a wholehearted yes. This video series is not meant to be a standalone. It's meant to be really like the starting block of and the hub of a bunch of other activities that you'll also do. So this should be very complimentary, and you can feel free to bring some of the things we discuss here to your other work as well. I think that's really it as far as introduction. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Well, in the original one, we'd mentioned our work.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember that.
I do. Yeah. Okay.
So,
mm-hmm. One last thing before we dive into the content. Karen and I both have the capacity to support you further beyond this video course, so I wanted to make sure to let you know that at the outset. Karen, would you like to say a little bit about that?
Sure. So, yeah, both of us work one-on-one with people. My gifts primarily center around helping others to claim and work with what is their unique genius and how to bring it into the world. But I also work with people on a body-centered level. So if you resonate with doing some one-on-one work in that way, we will put links to our websites below, and you can always feel free to reach out through email.
That's wonderful. And Karen, I can attest to how powerful your containers are for healing, and highly recommend you check it out. I am also doing one-on-one work specifically for the journey of transmuting your abusive behavior. as someone who has really gone to the depths of being an abusive person, I know what it feels like to have the shame and the guilt and the that struggle with knowing if change is really possible. So if in addition to the video support, it seems like it would be a good complement for you to have some one-on-one support, you can reach out to either one of us. And I think that's it as far as introduction. We're ready to dive into the content.
Yeah, see you in the next video.